not the most influential people in NBA history. People always say like, oh, Steph Curry changed the game. He changed the way the game is played at every level. When people say things like that, do you ever feel guilty? Because you're responsible for a lot of the bad shots that like a lot of people are taking these days.
What Mark Jackson said back in the day when he, after he left our team and went back to the booth, he's like, you're ruining high school basketball because his kids were playing at the time. And he's like, when I walk in the gym, like everybody just throwing up 30-footers. And I made a public service announcement. I was like, please stop tagging me, posting me in all these videos of horrible, shot taking, shot selection in games, because there is a process that is going into the way that I play, and that's what I preach. Like, I want kids to, think wild about how far they can stretch their range, like how creative they can be out on the court, build that confidence. But you gotta realize, like, I've been doing this a very, very long time and been blessed to like put hours and hours and hours in. Even when I got to the league, like that wasn't necessarily a part of my game. I had to develop it over time. So I feel zero guilt. Zero guilt. It's gonna be cool to kind of see it all kind of come full circle.
Low key though, it's never a bad shot if it goes in, right? Isn't that the logic?
100%.
Like,
ask Steve Kerr that. That's me and Clay have been testing his patience with that for a decade. So you gotta deserve and earn that right to go out there and get the benefit of the doubt with some of the shot taking. But yeah, you can't be out there shooting 10% on 30-foot heaves.
Right.
Like,
but if you hit it, then fuck it, you
good.
Yeah,
100%. 100%.
There are few people, I think, like celebrity-wise, that can go on a first-name basis, right? Like Kobe is one, Prince is one, Michael. But Steph is low-key one of those. I feel like that's like going from like being a celebrity to being like another level. Have you realized the magnitude of that? And like, you ever think about the fact that you're really on just like a first name basis with the world?
I haven't, and it's a really good point, because Steph to me is actually, there's a very specific story. Like my wife, she never calls me that, ever. Like Stephen is it, or like some like pet names that we have for each other. But when I was in college, and that's when we first started dating, my Coach McKillop at Davidson, he was the only one that called me Steph. And so like my parents didn't, nobody at school didn't. My actual legal first name was more of the call than Steph was. So like that's kind of taken its own life. But within my circles, like nobody calls me that. My dad calls me that a little bit now. But yeah, it's weird, and I recognize it obviously. And for the longest, it's such an accomplishment for me that the way my name is spelled, that I don't get Steven anymore.
Yeah, that's how you know, when people stop mispronouncing your name, you low-key have made it.
I take it that way, where there are Stevens out there like, yo, people mispronounce my name all the time now because of you.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's cool. My teammates and like close friends now start to call me 30, which is...
Really? Do you like it?
I do actually, but it came out of nowhere. GP2 is like the first one.
Gary Payne Jr.?
Him and Draymond, they've kind of like coined it.
30. 30 is a cool name though.
Draymond got mad at me one time because I think it was 20, going into 21 season, like me or him usually starts the group chat on the team every year. And so I put together all the names and I introduced myself, like, hey fellas, it's Stephen, like nice to see y'all. And he texted me on the side like, you did not just introduce yourself as your first name. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, that's just normal. He's like, nah, you 30.
That's funny.
Like, so he put 30 in there.
30 is a cool nickname though. For a lot of reasons, like
cool.
30 is your number, but also like 30, like scoring 30, like it's cool to just be like, yeah, I'm 30.
Yeah, that's cool. Like, and to your point of like Steph is a one name thing, which I haven't really thought about. There's been a lot of people that's worn that number every different sport, like for it to be recognizable and attributed
to you.
Hopefully to me, like that's pretty dope.
Yeah, that is dope. Kobe is one of those people who's like a one name, everybody knows him, Kobe. I heard a story about one time you tried to like trash talk him. It was your rookie year. Like something about like he had to go hit some clutch free throws or some shit like that.
Yeah.
What happened there?
It was a game at home at Oracle, and they were winning, and I think they were up like 6 or something like that down the stretch, and we started to do the foul game. And when he was going to the line, I just walked by him like, yo, you nervous? And the look he gave me was one I was just has been burned into my, like one, he's a rookie talking to him, but two, like, am I nervous? Like, what are you talking about? I low key like expected him to do like the Jordan thing and walk up there and shoot him blindfold or eyes
close his eyes
and then look at me like, Matumbo, this is for you. I think that's what Jordan said. But the look he gave me said it all. It's like, yo, you just got here. Like, relax.
Stay in your lane.
Relax, brother.
And then he, I'm assuming, hit the free throws.
For sure. No, if he would have missed, I would have been running home telling that story. Like, yo, I might have tricked out Kobe a little bit, but no, he didn't let me have that one.
Hypothetically, if you're in the crib or anywhere and you're like shooting something into the garbage, what do you say? Or nothing, maybe.
That's a great question. I don't say nothing. No. I was a Kobe dude.
Okay, because you know, Kobe, but like I'm hearing the younger generation say Steph or Curry. So I had to ask you, well, what does Steph say?
Even my son still doesn't do it yet.
No?
Yeah. I think he's just doing it because he knows he don't want to give me, that much.
The credit, yeah.
But I've seen, clips of little YouTubes or whatever of cats saying my name now. But I was a Kobe dude growing up.
Okay.
Either him or my dad. It was like one of those.
You ain't say your dad's name.
100%.
You really used to shoot it and say your dad's name?
I saw him hit one buzzer beater in Charlotte, and like that highlight to me is just hilarious. One, because the way he celebrated the whole deal.
That's
hard.
But
that's for me, inspiring is kind of a light word, but it was motivated. Like, oh, he can do it, I can do it too.
All right, you're a good son for that.
Yeah,
I like that.
I know. I'm trying to get my son to give
to
me
do
that
the same
moment.
thing. I want to talk about like a little bit of like nerdy analytics for a second. When it comes to like maybe not analytics, but technicalities. Like when it comes to shooting, how does having cornrows affect your shooting ability? Because we only saw it
history,
for such like a brief moment.
What a time just stamped that was. Coming out of COVID, I had the struggle braids, where it's just I had just enough to close it up. And then I started the year, I think I don't know what my percentage was, like high 20s, low 30s maybe. And everybody who knows how superstitious I am, I remember where I was. I was in Chicago in the hotel after we lost to Brooklyn and we lost to Milwaukee the first 2 games of that season. And I'm in the hotel like picking up my own. But I ain't have my barber with me. I just let it just hang. And then I got hot in Chicago, and then I just kept the haircut, the nastiest haircut I've ever had. It was like a mushroom top, like half fro, half I don't know, whatever. And then when I had 62, I still had that cut.
Oh, you had
that was
the cut
like
you had
2
with your
weeks
career
ago.
high.
Yeah, 2 weeks later.
Shit.
So braids to 9. I won't ever have them again. Just off of that.
That's it. It was a one and done for you.
It was a 3-game. I think it was a 3-game stretch. Horrible
Curry.
splits. You know how they do have like the splits?
Yeah.
Like 1 day rest, 2 day rest, 3 day rest. What day of the week it is, home away. I do need to buy a haircut, like high fade, like, fresh taper.
Need a cut bad, like
cornrows.
Yeah.
Cornrows is a 3-game split, and you don't even want to look past that.
Yeah. That's funny. When we're talking X's and O's, for real, like who do you think is the highest basketball IQ player that you have ever seen? Not necessarily skill, but just like IQ.
About between CP and Bron, those two, and it's the way they play, obviously, but the way they talk, the way they can kind of orchestrate an offense, control it. Like Bron's like the one that controls the tempo the greatest, and CP is the one that every possession, like he knows what he's trying to get out of it. And at his peak, like it was insane. He could get his bucket, he could get somebody a little, lob or drop down pass. He knew what play, he knew time, like a time to score, like all that type of stuff. So those two are top of mind, with just the highest IQ, and obviously Draymond.
Yeah, Jay,
that's
I
like
figured you'd say that.
The podium for me.
What do you think is the best team you've ever played on at any level? When I think as an outsider, I would assume like maybe this 2024 USA Olympic team, maybe, but from your perspective.
I mean, that's the greatest collection of talent. The greatest team I played on, which is kind of weird to say, it's kind of a tie between the 15-16 and 16-17 team. like those two, for different reasons, were the chemistry, the role, the placement of roles. Like everybody had a specific, job to do out there on the court. We had the highest of skill, we had the highest of IQ, we had the highest of athleticism.
Coaching was there.
Coaching, like everything. That was like just peak basketball.
For sure.
The 24 Olympic team, you talk about the dream team, like it's hard to find a collection of guys with the resumes and in their prime and the up and comers that it just all fit. All worked.
We don't know if that team will ever be assembled again like that. I mean, 2028 is a long time from now, but we'd love to see it. But when you look at the floor and you think about the top 10 NBA all time, there's like multiple guys from the top 10 like on the court at the same time passing to each other. It's like a crazy concept to think about.
And the other part of that is it's easy to say because we won and how it went down, but it's really hard for like a team like that to figure it out in 7 weeks.
Right.
We had to figure it out because it wasn't nothing easy about Serbia and France those last two games, which is why you saw us celebrating like that. If a team didn't feel threatened or had like appropriate fear, like you don't celebrate like that.
Nah, y'all would really celebrate.
It was like, yo,
I never
be that team.
Bro, I have never been more proud to be American than that moment, right? Bro, I just put my hand over my heart. I was like, fuck it, I'm about to say the Pledge of Allegiance to this shit.
Right here in my own living room.
Just cause, like, it was crazy. Like, and I don't want to lead you here with this question, but while we're talking about the best, what do you think is like the best and or like the biggest single shot you've made in your career? It could be NBA, but that shot against France in the chip, like with the world watching, like was wild as a spectator, but from your eyes.
From my eyes, it's the shot against Gonzaga and when I was at Davidson.
Okay.
And only because like you can think about, I don't know, in your life, everybody has these moments like, if things went a different way, in that moment, like your life could go a different path, right? I really feel like that was a difference maker in terms of not just that run that we had, because that was the first round. It was a tie game with like just under a minute left. Andrew Lovedale, my big man at Davidson, got the biggest offensive rebound, and it was like slow motion. Like he got the rebound, pawed it with one hand, threw it to me. I made it. We go up 3. Like you're like, oh, Davidson, we're about to win a tournament game. I pointed at my parents and the whole deal, and then like that just started a snowball of what that tournament run is, and then your stardom kind of goes up a little bit, and you kind of carry that confidence. And not to say I wouldn't be able to figure it out had we lost that game, but that was a big moment that had that shot not gone down, like who knows how it would have played out.
It's so crazy to think about though. A single shot can, it's like they call it the butterfly effect. One single shot, like if you would have released it a half a millisecond later and the shot didn't go in, like your whole life and all of our world could be completely different. Like,
I think about that stuff a lot, for sure, because my faith is a big part of like who I am.
Same.
There's no real rhyme or reason, like stuff happens and you're always grateful and thankful and trying to figure out the purpose of it. But like that's a moment that was just in my formative years, like to your point, like you fantasize, I had this going a different way. Like I still had to go back to class when I was at Davidson, but like it's just a little different vibe of like I might be on my way to somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just a different kind of concept. So.
No, I'm the same. I do believe everything is God ordained, and like that has to be a prime example of that. When you're going back into the locker room, like at the half, do you ever like check your phone?
I used to. I'm less on that.
Okay.
I used to be like on what was Twitter and back when Vine was going on.
Yeah.
I used to like part of like that whole. I used to send like snapshots to my people, like do my own kind of like in-game interview. And
That's hard.
Like we down 16, and like me taking a selfie like this, like what we about to do, just to have fun with it. I've slowed down a little bit. As you get older, like the recovery part of halftime is a big deal. So I gotta use my energy a lot differently.
I feel like if I was a player and like I come back to the locker room and we're down like 15, and then I like look to my left and my man's is scrolling Vine or like taking selfies, I would be sick. I would be like, bro, what are you doing?
We had some irrational confidence, especially in that little window when people asked me about it. Like I was literally, my favorite, one time, this lady named Kareth Burke, who's she worked for NBC Sports Bay Area. The story kind of got out that during halftime I like to look at my phone, which was true. And I think she was on Twitter and added me. It was like, if you're reading this, like do a airplane celebration after you make your first three in the second half, and like just threw a shot in the dark. And I saw it, hit the three.
That's fire though.
82 games, like you kind of have to have a little bit of a balance to it. I do think it can sway too far where everybody's on their phone. Pre-game, halftime.
Need the camaraderie and shit, I'm sure.
I think the NBA as a whole kind of needs a little reset on that front. I am definitely taking a little bit of blame for that because I was definitely one that was just, on my phone. Now you feel like the vet when you see everybody else on their phone and you just sitting there like this.
You're like, bro, lock in. Lock the fuck in.
So I get it though.
I just saw a video of Clay hitting 73s in a row.
I saw that.
He was with Brickley, shout out to Brick. 73s in a row. What is the most threes you ever made in a row? Have you ever?
105. It's actually on video.
Is a video of this?
Yeah. So to your earlier question, that was the day after I took my cornrows up.
Yo, bro, get him back and then just take it out. Just get him braided and then undo it immediately.
I'm on my way. I am kind of growing it back out, but with no purpose or no plan. But that was literally the day after. So the day after, I was in the hotel. We went to Chicago's practice facility to have a practice, and 105 in a row.
105
from the corner, yeah.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
Have you ever tried to beat it? When you shot that 105, was it an attempt or were you just shooting and it came that?
I do a game after practice where you shoot 5 spots around the arc, and you start in the corner. The first 2 are free, like if you make them, great. If you miss, it doesn't matter. But after the third one, like you shoot till you miss in that spot. Like I try to get to 50 around all 5 spots.
Okay.
But this particular day, I got to 105 in the first spot. I think I ended up like with 140 something in
total
in the drill. So I guess every day in some way I have an opportunity to chase it, but I haven't gotten close since probably maybe 60 since then.
Okay.
Maybe once, but yeah.
At 105, at 99, do you feel the pressure of like?
I felt that 42.
Really?
Like 40 something. I'm like, oh shit. Because I'm thinking 50, right? Like that's my goal to get out the drill. If I don't get to 50 over 5 spots, then I got to start over and do it again. So that's all I'm thinking about is I might get all of them in this spot. So like at 40, I'm like, I stay locked in. I wish I had like a transcript of all the
thoughts
that I had in conversations going on in my head, because that's a long time. I want to say it was like 10 minutes or so.
That's wild.
And you're just sitting there, like, it's
In
like
rhythm.
therapy. It's like meditation. Like, but when you get to I got mad at 105. And somebody laughs like, you really gonna have a reaction after 105? Like, oh damn, I missed.
When you missed, were you like, oh.
Yeah, I turned around, because then your expectations change a little bit. But yeah.
That's wild.
It was crazy.
I was impressed with Clay's 70. I didn't know you did 105.
It was crazy.
The
70 is insane.
No, 70 is
it's
wild
insane.
too.
I don't care like what situation, what gym, what time of year it is. If you're making more than like 30 in a row, like you balling.
Yeah,
so
low-key.
he did 2.5 times that, and
yeah,
and like that's a big deal.
Shout out to Clay, very impressive. Clay has a new partner. He just popped out with Meg Thee Stallion. Have you seen that? Are you happy for him? You like him for each other?
Seen it?
I mean, I guess by now everyone has seen it.
I don't ever speak on people's relationships, but I'm happy for him.
Yeah.
I want to see him happy. That's my biggest thing.
He looked happy, all right.
He did.
That boy is smiling.
Talk about haircuts.
She got him an AP, I saw.
Oh, word?
Yeah, she got him
a
a nice AP.
I just want to see Clay happy. That's it.
The boy is cheesing extra hard right now. So shout out to Clay Thompson. How often are you, if ever, like on YouTube, like looking at your own stuff? Like, do you ever like search like Steph Curry, 62 points?
Oh, for sure. How often? You might get like bored once a week, and it just something might pop up, or you might go search for it. just to get a little inspiration. Me and KD were laughing because there's I ain't giving no free plugs, but everybody know that one basketball gear like promo that comes on before like this one highlight package, and it's a specific company that is workout equipment, and you can't get the dude's voice out of your head because it's before every like dope highlight. Me and Kay were talking about that this summer. It's like, you don't know who that dude is?
Right.
You lying.
Because you be watching them highlights and you know that
Bummer,
damn
it's the
voice.
ball hog gloves. You know what time it is. Like you see that, it's Karan Godwin with the ball hog gloves. Like if you don't know that dude, like
then you're not really tapped in.
You're not telling the truth.
Yeah.
He's the highlight package.
Shout out to him, man. That's mad funny. I'm sure he'll be happy to hear that.
I haven't bought anything, but yeah.
I think he'll be fine. Let's talk about this drink, Plezzy. You co-founded it. What made you want to start this drink, and what is it?
One, understanding the integrity of the ingredients that go into each bottle, each can, each box for the entire family. But as a parent, obviously, you want to make sure that you're putting the right stuff in your kids. Me and Aisha talk about, like Aisha is a part of this with me, the idea that we allowed our kids to kind of be the taste testers and drive the entire kind of back end of what we want to get behind. And for us, like, it's not just a lifestyle about being active and getting your kids involved in stuff, whether it's sports, whether it's whatever, but making sure they know what they're putting in their body. And you just want it to taste good. Like, there's so many products out there and everybody's selling you something.